today. From Allegiance,
the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Rush to throw. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, rush, and Matthews makes the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Back to throw, rush. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here we go with Matthews. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Going up top. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Jackson will throw again. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Rush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll buy some time right.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They stay on the ground with Matthews again.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now rush. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
They'll try and run for it. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They go play action here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now this one complete on the slant route. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Back to throw. Rush.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Needing a few yards. Here's Matthews. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. Rush. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. A final shot before break. Rush. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
So we have reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Again, it's Matthews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, Rush. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Spencer. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Rush. He sets up the screen to Matthews. Touchdown! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Tariq Woolen.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Now it's Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second down and goal. Jackson right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have no extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rush. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. And came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rush. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd and 10. Rush. He finds his man. Complete. That's Spencer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Spencer. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rush. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Rush. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Breece Hall, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The quick feet by Jackson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He finds his target. It's Matthews.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Paul ought to give up the middle.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They run it. It's Matthews. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down 28-24, a little over 30 seconds remaining. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draws.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Jackson to throw. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jackson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Well, Charles, a pretty